What do you guys have to do to maintain leads? Just point blank.
I think we just have to maintain being the aggressor throughout the whole game and focus on the little things as far as getting stops. Our defense is predicated on that. I think as of late we just haven't gotten those stops, and we will get those stops moving forward. I believe so.
How does some of the offensive depth, specifically a guy like Rice coming off the bench, kind of make Texas deep and difficult to guard?
I mean, his shot fake is really good, but he's a good player. So they have a lot of good pieces over there in Texas. So we're just going to try to slow them down and compete on the defensive end and be the aggressor throughout the whole entire game. And that's what we're going to try to do, and that's where I feel like we'll have the best advantage of doing that because we've been focusing more on being the aggressor throughout the entire game.
I understand why Caleb's not playing a whole lot these days. What, because of the back, I mean, I hope to God you never have a situation like that. What does that, when he's not in the game, what does that mean for the rest of you guys?
It just means that, some of us, we have to, not really pick up the slack or anything, but I think we have to be more together. And we have to play where we're still moving the ball, still trying to figure out different ways to be successful. And we're not really trying to have, certain people just try to take over and things of that nature. Just stick to what we do and stick to just the pace of the game that we play at and, getting in the paint, making plays for each other, continue to be unselfish, and continue to play defense. So not having Caleb, obviously, it's like another shooter, but it's kind of the same thing with Jazz, next man up mentality, and the people that are in that locker room are ready to play.
What makes Texas a difficult team to defend?
I think they're very deep. I think they have a lot of depth that they talked about, the guard position and the big position. So just trying to minimize it and make it tough throughout the game on all their shooters and all their players, making them score in tough positions, making them, defending them in different ways and making sure that it's difficult for them throughout the whole entire game.
When they have, you talk about that depth, when they've got a guy like Rice who can come off the bench and be just as good of a scorer as anybody else that they've got, how big of a dynamic is that for them?
It's a big dynamic. He has a tremendous shot fake, and he's a good player. But overall, we're just going to try to limit their overall touches as far as being comfortable. We want to make it very difficult and make it very uncomfortable for them throughout the entire game. So I think that would be one of our key aspects for this game moving forward. Not allowing him to be comfortable throughout the game and not allowing a lot of their scorers and guards to be comfortable.
With the atmosphere here when you guys played them in between the two teams as well, how intense do you think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be very intense, especially how we won here. I think they're going to try to come out probably with a little more energy and a little more excitement. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to come out and be ready to play. So I think overall the game's going to be an exciting game.
Thanks, Sharon.